Ladies and gentlemen, the top enlisted leadership has done it. They've infiltrated the ranks of memes and pop culture that's come about and for some reason are not acting their age. And we're talking about the one and only Sergeant Major of the Army, the 16th to be exact, and how this is occurring so rapidly. And he's almost bringing back the old Army. I might actually enjoy the military and might cross over to the Army as a Navy guy.
No, son.
So, Sergeant Major of the Army, Michael Grinson, has become one of the most viral people across the meme pages that we've seen over the past week, and that's because he's infiltrated one of the most epic crossovers that we've ever seen with Veteran with a Sign, where he's tapped into some of the culture and has also been in front of some of the memes that we've seen and honestly tapped into what we would like to say is the average Joe military person and some of the stuff that we agree upon and think needs to be addressed. On his post, he says, "Any ideas what we should do with these?" And the internet went wild knowing exactly what they were going to do with these. And he posted it on his story. Some of those have been taken down, but people have been putting some of their own stuff on the cardboard, which some of those he did endorse and some of those he didn't. With his most recent being a quote from a other soldier, Janina Simmons, which says, "Put in the work." As we start Women's History Month, I'm especially encouraged by the NCOs forging a legacy of service in the Army. We are a pivotal moment in our Army where every day we're working to ensure this is a place that everyone is valued for their contribution to the fight. This month is a reminder of the journey women have taken to get where they are today, fully eligible to serve in every branch, every MOS, and with every qualification available to men. And now, before you're like, "Oh, he's a women empowerment, crazy, let's get mad and triggered." No, he's actually gone a step above and beyond that. And this is against every single non-commissioned officer. And it looks like he's wanting to hold accountability to every standard. He has remained transparent across his social media, and honestly, I think has gotten many of the junior military personnel and younger audience to actually pay attention to some of the news he's even talking about. Gone are the days with bland Army instructions, black and white, reading it, and sometimes having to have me explain it to you. He has realized he has power to reach out to a lot of these people, and I'm actually more upset we don't see other people that are tapping into this. Don't worry, Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy. We understand you posted one meme about Bernie and now that's it. Let's keep this train going, okay? I can help out. And this is included with the talks with the Sergeant Major of the Army monthly little discussion he has talking about stuff.
When you look at the policy, it feels like all this policy really has changed, but it really didn't. Some of it was there, and at some point it got a little bit harder to find. But that's why we're trying to bring some of that policy back forward. NCOs were very aggressive when I came in the military. And then I think the pendulum at some point kind of swung over this way. And then what we're trying to do now is kind of bring that pendulum back, not to be hazing and bullying, but we still need to be able to have the ability to take action. And I think those authorities that they can take some action and they don't have to always go to the commander or the first sergeant to do something.
My comparison to this is the Navy. In my own branch has lost that. E4 and below is really just another rank. But I would like to see some empowerment go to the E5s and E4s more often. And that could start with me as well. I'm not going to say I have to wait for the MCPON to do that or the CNO. But I'm just saying I think that in my own branch we could adopt some of the stuff he's doing here. And one of those things where he's calling out accountability as well is also with every single command in the U.S. Army. On his Twitter account he says, "Leaders, why aren't you administering the ACFT? I need your help. Fix it." And this is because they're looking to put data into the system from previous controversy of this not being gender neutral or being biased. He's actually looking to make this the best test possible because what they've noticed is that with the previous Army fitness tests that people were not able to perform basic Army soldier functions, and this actually increased it up to 70%. And his transparency has even gone to the likes of some of the people that are probably going to troll but are partly serious, even to the fact that he responded to somebody by the name on Twitter as Booty Eater. Didn't Congress order the Army to stop administering the ACFT until the independent study could be conducted on its impact on soldiers in the 2021 National Defense Authorization Act? No, implementation was halted pending an independent review. We are still administering the test to collect data for policy decisions. And this is important because he's trying to be transparent, like I said before, on the fly, real time that you're seeing this, and he's letting people know, yes, you are not going to be administratively punished for having a failure right now, but we're looking at how we can implement this into the scoring system to make it more competitive when we compare people of different ranks and being able to see who should be promoted. And he also has a no-nonsense approach to the lethality of fitness that is going to make sure this army is able to combat whatever our next adversary is. Now, I can't find this exact post because it was on his story, but that was his ACFT fitness score, which the only two numbers that I do remember is the drop-down push-up that he did have 46, I believe. And on top of that, he ran the 2-mile run in about 13 minutes, which is pretty fast for someone that's in their 50s. Even people looking for excuses or reasons why they can't work out based on where gyms are, where Michelle Hartwell says this. Sergeant Major, here I live 20 minutes from the closest gym, 40 minutes away from any armory, and 2.5 hours away from my unit. The cost for me to be in the Army just went up $90 a month, which is a good portion of my E6 paycheck. How do you expect young service members to pass with limited equipment availability? Sergeant Major of the Army says, we're getting good feedback on body weight exercises as well as use of household items to add weight. Consider using issued equipment if you have it. IBA plates, ruck, etc. Couple of examples on TradeDoc YouTube, and applies you an entire list of fitness stuff that you can do to try and make this better, because this is not going away. The Army Combat Fitness Test is here to stay, no matter if we add a plank to it, which is going to be as low as 2 minutes and 5 seconds to pass to 4 minutes and 20 seconds. I know the jokes are coming, but looking at this, there's a no excuse, no nonsense as far as getting back to the Army, where we're going to have a little bit rougher and tougher NCOs. The fitness standards are going to be more intense, and we're going to see more well-trained and well-fit soldiers. And I just think that this is the right move. I think we're getting back to that, and we're seeing that we can't be soft and cuddly. We can't say that this is not important. Knowing your job is great, but also being fit and also having the ability to actually lead soldiers, lead different service members is going to be one of the key components that we're going to see over the next 10 years that we're going to realize we lacked in personal development of leaders at the lower level in personnel skills if we don't give it to them in the front load beginning of the E4 and E5 ranks. But I'd love to know what you guys think about that. Do you think that we diminish the ranks of E4 and E5? I'd love to hear your comments down below. But as always, if you do like what we do at this channel, you can support this channel over at patreon.com, down the links down below. Also, we do have a YouTube membership button down below where you can get special perks at both of these places and help out the channel grow. We appreciate it. But as always, if you guys do have questions about this or anything else, you can always hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, down in the comments below. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.